DORR'S rebellion shows that the generally peaceful link between debate and diplomacy can often be interjected by a third element, conflict. This conflict was sparked by a debate over the enfranchisement of Rhode Islanders and would eventually lead to a diplomatic solution via the replacement of the outdated state charter. This is State Arsenal, the place where Dorr led his main assault against the Charterist Law and Order Party, and this is Dorr.
Yeah, we shot a cannon at this thing. Didn't hit it though. Didn't hit anything. We're all good. Look, man, whether or not I hate that guy, what am I paying you for? Come on, we talked about this.
Much of the following information is highly debated. After holding two separate conferences, both Dorr and King were elected governor by their newly formed parties. However, there was quite a bit of debate regarding who actually held the title.
Hey, you know me. I'm the governor, right? I'm today. It's Dorr. It's Tommy. It's Dorr. You voted in the primaries, right? You voted in the primaries, right?
Hey, I voted for King.
You know, ever since I got elected governor, I've had to deal with this imposter running around, telling people that he's the governor and that I am a liar. I do not lie. Lying is not something that I do, you know? So obviously he's the one who's lying. He's got to be the liar. I'm not. You got. So if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I have a very important meeting to get to attend, and I don't want to be late.
Well, you know what I figured? They won't listen to me. So, if we go up through Owenville, you know, through the hill, we come up on the state arsenal, right? We bring some men and start a great shot range.
After plenty of mostly careful planning, coupled with a lack of compliance from Governor King, Dorr finally led his attack on the arsenal. It didn't work, but at least he tried. The Dorrites marched at nightfall through Owenville, up a hill across from the arsenal. Once they got close enough, they tried to send a flag of truce to the arsenal commander, but he sided with King and denied it. Enraged, Dorr ordered his forces to fire. They did not. The only shot heard that evening was from a cannon misfire, which allegedly hit the innocent bystander you saw at the beginning of this documentary. That night, 150 Dorrites were captured, and Dorr fled into exile for the first time. 1 month later, Dorr returned to the tavern to continue his executive duties.
Guess who's back? The governor himself.
Yeah, you already know who it is.
How we doing?
Doing good.
How was exile?
It was okay. Went into Connecticut for a while, a little bit of Massachusetts, but we're back at it.
What's the plan?
State arsenal didn't work. You know, that's my bad. Cannon misfire, may or may not, we don't know.
Attention, Governor Dorr.
Are you still in exile?
In the name of Governor King, come out with your hands up. We have the tavern surrounded.
The day of Dorr's return, Governor King sent a force of more than 500 men to the tavern to capture Dorr once and for all. It didn't quite work out in King's favor, however, as Dorr fled into exile for a second time, spending time in both New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Once again, his followers weren't so lucky. Many were jailed, and many more were prosecuted. This time, instead of coming back so soon, Dorr waited a year before he tried to make his return.
Man, is it good to be back.
Oh, is it now?
You know what? On second thought,
Dorr was finally captured in 1843 and was sentenced to life in the solitary plus hard labor. He only ended up serving 1 year of his sentence, however, as the Dorrites' petition for his release was acknowledged. Dorr was released but stripped of his civil rights, meaning he no longer had the right to vote. Ironic, seeing as the enfranchisement of Dorr and his peers was what spurred the rebellion in the first place. Dorr's year in prison broke his will and changed who he was in a drastic manner, rendering him near insanity. Dorr died 1 year later in 1844.
While the Rhode Island State Charter was changed after the events of Dorr's Rebellion, the debate over voting rights would continue to rage on at a national level with reformations like the Civil Rights Movement and women's suffrage. It's quite fascinating how this diplomat turned revolutionary in little old Rhode Island, fighting for a chance to vote, would spark a debate that would change America forever. Debate may spark diplomacy, but sometimes conflict can be a necessary piece of kindling to light that fire.
you know, ever since I became elected governor, ever since I got elected the governor.
You really need to,
It's fine.
do better.
It's fine. It's fine.
The governor!
Wait, I need to say guess who's back before you go, hey, right back.
And at this point, the EQ is already gone, so we can say whatever we like.
Back me up.
Yeah, we can do it.
We're leaving that in. We're leaving that in.
Yeah, and then we get up and we continue talking and we walk out of, and then black screen.
You can turn it back and act like we're having a conversation or something that we can just like dub out and post, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we're just talking?
yeah, we're just... that stays in, that stays in.
no.
F***ing perfect.